Okay, we're all nice little budding web developers with our brand new social media platforms. And speaking of professions that we're not actually doing, what's a profession you'll never be in, either because you're highly unqualified or have never pursued it, but one that would be a dream come true? This is a Mari question.
It's Amari.
So we'll never be able to have the job, but we want it so much.
Yeah. This question came out of me going to When We Were Young concert this week, which is why I'm wearing the shirt, and just rewatching again My Chemical Romance on stage. I'm like, man, to be a rock star.
Yes.
To be a rock star, man, that would be so cool.
Yeah, that would be
so.
A cool
That's
job.
yours. You would want to be a rock star.
Yeah,
that's a good answer.
the other one is like astronaut, but I'm like, man, I'd have to be like really like on top of my shit and really smart for that. But to be a rock star, oh, that would be so cool.
What is it about being a rock star? Is it just like performing on
It's
stage?
just the
for that many
song
people?
Rockstar by Nickelback. She wants to get a free quesadilla.
It's not by Rockstar's not by Nickelback, is it?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
Oh.
I wanna be a rock
Just
star.
wanna be big rock stars. Man up
right.
I think-
driving 16 cars. Why do
I love that Nickelback
Now
is
we're
having
gonna
like
get
this.
demonetized.
Have you guys noticed on TikTok, Nickelback is actually having a resurgence right now?
No, I hope not.
You know, I watched this whole video documentary about why people hate on Nickelback,
because
and
of,
it's just like
one person's joke, right?
It's one person's joke who off the cuff was like, if Nickelback would just like die, I would be a happy person. But the only reason it was made was because at that time Nickelback was played more than any other song or band on radio. So people got really tired of them very, very quickly, and everyone turned on them, and that one joke like kicked it off.
That one joke was used in their promo, and that promo played for like an entire year also. So then that one line got even more. But like they were selling out the radio station's promo that did that interview.
Was it K-Rock?
I don't know.
I'm looking at the lyrics to this song, and it is maybe the worst lyrics I've ever read in my life. It is so bad. I can't. The chorus itself is so terrible. We'll all stay skinny because we just won't eat. What?
Yeah.
Wait, that's the chorus?
The chorus is because we all just want to be big rock stars and live in hilltop houses driving 15 cars. The girls come easy and the drugs come cheap. We'll all stay skinny because we just won't eat. Wouldn't I? I would if I was a big rock star. I would eat a lot. I would eat all the best stuff.
I'd be the fattest rock star ever.
I think they're not eating because of the drugs, right? Doesn't drugs make you not eat?
Most of them, yeah.
I don't know, I think some drugs make
They curb appetites.
Cocaine is an appetite suppressant. It depends what drugs you're doing, yeah.
How do you know?
I have things I've heard. Hang on a second. Okay, much better. What were you talking about? I'm re-energized.
Laser Gordon is living the rock star life.
Oh, that's
already.
right. What's the original question? Oh, jobs that we want to have, but we'll never have.
But to answer your question, so Hinky, there's something about like the theatrics of certain rock stars like My Chemical Romance, because they really lean heavy on like David Bowie type, Queen type, like theatrics when they're live on stage, and I think there's something so magical about that.
Gotcha.
It's awesome. And pyrotechnics. They have like fire on stage. Fireworks.
I would, in a similar vein, I would want to be a jazz pianist.
Wow, you have mentioned this before.
Yeah, I love jazz piano. It's one of the like most like inspiring, like I don't know, beautiful and soulful, and yeah, it's just something about it. It's like relaxing and inspiring at the same time, and like the finesse and like the coolness of someone that's just like so talented, like effortlessness on the keyboard. Like I don't know, something about it is just really romanticized in my head, and I've always wanted to be good at piano.
I feel like we'd have to like time travel back into the 40s, and we go into some like smoky bar, and it's like and then you go and then it's you in like a bowler hat.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Oh, yeah.
No, if we ever got like
everyone, doesn't that sound
if we ever do an episode,
Who's that smooth
And
cat?
I-
They
and I
call him so
say-
hinky.
And I say something like, take that bass for a walk, and then I start playing.
that baseline for a walk? Nice.
I think I've mentioned it before, but I feel like if I dedicated the time to this, I could have this, but I'm just not going to. But I feel like if I was an artist who could draw or even just computer animation, even, I think I could be successful. I think I can make a lot of something that would kind of hit trends, and then being able to have a medium to kind of put those trends in a new fashion, like being able to draw realistic Pokemon but with realistic celebrities as well, like an image like when Nicolas Cage is just hanging out at home, what Pokemon is like hanging out with him, right? I think that stuff would go. I think that stuff would go far. And obviously Nick Cage has a Growlithe.
I would love to see and this is complete tangent, I would love to see a realistic Pokemon horror movie. Because they're all frightening. Pretty much all of them. It's like
Murder
wander out
Mr.
into the woods
Mime.
and they're all real.
Mr.
Yeah.
Mime. Mr. Mime could have had his own offshoot coming off
Mr.
of
Murder Mime.
Murder Mime, yeah.
Detective Pikachu. I almost said Peepachu.
Pikachu.
Detective Pikachu.
Yeah. Wow, Peepachu is a creepy Pokemon, right? He's just always outside your window, peeping at you.
But he's never like right at your window. He's always like a distance away, peeping through your window.
He's like, I'm not creepy. I'm just drawn that way.
Speaking of creepy clowns, I just watched It for the first time. And
Remake or original?
Remake. Yeah. I didn't find it scary. I don't know. I'm not scared of clowns. It's just kind of whatever to me.
Good.
Anyway, go ahead.
You, Georgie.
I think professional UFC fighter.
Wow.
Yeah. If I had
I didn't see this one coming.
qualifications, that would be cool. Just a bunch of people cheering while you beat people up. Ah!
I like how all of us chose like this
normally,
form
when
of
you punch
art.
someone in the face, people are like, "Oh, that no, you're not."
What a
supposed
bad
to do that.
person, yeah.
But a UFC fighter is like the one job where it's like I'm punching people and other people love it. Yeah,
Amazing.
yeah, dude.
Mari, Sohinki, Joven up in here, like, man, I want to find my artistic side. I want to use my art to inspire and be successful. And he's like, I want to punch people?
Yeah, that's about as far from jazz pianist as you can get, but you know.
I love these alt lives.
It's extremely technical, though. You know,
Yeah, there's an art
Yeah.
to it. Yeah.
It's a martial art.
Yeah, I mean they call boxing they call the sweet science. Yeah, so you're not only an artist but you're a scientist when you're fighting.
Wow.
I don't
a
think
little
that's
bit
true.
of both.
I don't want to be a boxer though because
They go.
first of all
they
you
get
can't
brain damage.
You can't kick people. Yeah, and you get way higher chance of brain damage than UFC because you just take so many more shots.
All right,
Yep.
so now I want to see a remake of Jean-Claude Van Damme's Bloodsport, but have Lasercorn star in it. So he's a kickboxer, not to be confused
Sports.
with, not to be confused with Jean-Claude Van Damme's movie Kickboxer, but specifically Bloodsport.
There's got to be someone that listens to our podcast that's really good with deepfakes. Just put Lasercorn in Bloodsport. You know. I don't know.
Kumite.
You'd have to do all the different like vowel and sounds and stuff, but they could maybe AI generate your voice as well. They do all the lines.
Lasercorn, have you ever seen Bloodsport?
Yeah, is
you've
that
probably
the one
seen some of the
where,
memes.
The Kumite.
Yeah.
where they killed his brother or something, so he
Yes.
goes to fight the guy that killed his brother.
Yeah, that one's Bloodsport,
And
I
he's-
think,
he-
unless I'm
his-
confusing it with Kickboxer. I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
it's
that's
like
Bloodsport.
you,
though.
you don't fight to the death, but if you die, it's like, okay.
Yeah, it's like they just cart you off.
Yeah.
Which one's the one where Jean-Claude Van Damme does like a dance scene in it?
I think that's Bloodsport, but again, might be Kickboxer.
It might be Kickboxer.
Because there's one where he's in like this tournament and he fights against that guy with Kumite.
Bloodsport. Looks like it. Oh no, Kickboxer.
He's got like the
Kickboxer.
trucker friend.
Yeah, so that's Kickboxer. No, that's Bloodsport.
I see
Shit.
this GIF all the time of him dancing. Actually,
Yeah.
But that
Okay,
one's
it is
Bloodsport.
Kickboxer. No,
No.
it's Kickboxer.
Okay, so the one when he's being trained in like the forest essentially, and they like put him on, and he has to do the splits in the air. So that's kickboxer because that's when he does the dancing. And then Bloodsport is when he's got the trucker friend, and then they do the kumite. Yes, that's what it is. Man,
Speaking and then
those two movies are great.
Which commercial is it where he is doing the splits between two trucks?
Is it a Kia?
Is it this can't be a Kia commercial.
Whatever. Mari would be a rock star, Joan Shire would be a cartoonist, I would be a jazz pianist, and Lasercorn would punch people in the face. Given the time of year it is, it only makes sense to do a Thanksgiving dinner tier list.
Oh, Thanksgiving tier dinner list. Interesting.
Yeah. And
S tier,
I don't.
mashed potatoes.
Yes. Yeah.
Cranberry anything F tier.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah, and like green bean casserole, throw it away, throw it in the garbage.
Not even on the tier.
White meat turkey is like D tier, but dark meat turkey is like C tier.
Whoa,
well,
whoa.
Both kinds of turkey. You're eating dry turkey, my friend. A properly what's it called when you a properly basted turkey with gravy is A tier.
I would say all turkeys are not created equal. Even a properly basted juicy turkey that's made normal, to me, is like C tier. But, however, I have had a Cajun bacon wrapped turkey for Thanksgiving once. And that was insane
kind of Thanksgiving.
deliciousness in my mouth. And it was, oh man, it was brined and it was basted really well. It was juicy and it was wrapped in bacon and it was delicious.
I do agree with you, Sohinki. I feel like turkey in general is kind of C tier. Like turkey is only good because of the stuff that you eat around it with.
Yeah, I mean, you can dress it up. Like, turkey's a C tier that you could, like, dress it up to be a B or an A.
Gravy is so
you know?
important. If you got that gravy, my grandma made an amazing gravy. Turkey was A tier at my house, man. At my grandma's.
Would you say? Well, you have mashed potatoes at S tier. Now, is it smooth, chunky,
Nah, it's
seasoned?
Smooth?
Yeah, I like
Smooth with lots of butter.
Yeah, I like a good garlic mash. Garlic
mash is
potato.
good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yo,
I just waterboarded myself.
Jesus Christ. What? How?
Don't ask. Do you like it smooth? Is it chunky?
that's a weird voice you did.
Mashed potatoes and peanut butter. You have to ask the same question.
Hang on.
And at the Sohinki, go ahead.
We can't
sorry.
move on. Where are you putting the yams with the marshmallows?
Oh.
You know, all right. This is gonna be weird. I've for a lot of you, I've literally never had those. I've never
Really?
Yeah.
Gotta have it. I prefer sweet
B-tier
potatoes over
those.
I
yams,
B
but they're
tier
the
them
same.
too. I'm with Mari.
Yeah.
Those are a B tier.
Yeah.
How do you guys feel about like a honey ham? You know, honey glazed ham.
I'm not a ham person.
I'm ham over the other Thanksgiving meats. I'd say A tier for ham.
It's too sweet. It's too sweet a meat. I'll eat it if there's no turkey, but it's a C tier for me.
Oh, it's
I
not
would
even on my
say,
tier.
Now
Get it out of here.
at the Sohinki household, though, in the S tier for Thanksgiving is lasagna, meatballs, and sausage.
Oh, dang.
That's an
Those are-
Italian Thanksgiving. Nice.
Yeah.
Now, I was thinking about this the other day. If you go into like a restaurant that has American food, what are you ordering? What food is in that restaurant? First thing that comes to
general?
mind. Go.
Like
In general?
burgers
Like in a
and
pub?
barbecue.
Yeah, burgers, pizza.
Spaghetti
Pizza's
meatballs
Italian.
for me.
Yeah, those are all
Pizza's
Italian.
Italian.
That's not an American.
Yeah.
No,
like,
you're
what
just,
is-
you're just asking.
What
hold on,
is
you're just
American
asking,
food?
So you're just asking what American cuisine is?
Yeah. What's American cuisine?
Hamburgers and
Yeah, I'd say
barbecue.
hamburgers.
Mac and
Burgers.
cheese.
Yeah, burgers, barbecue stuff. Yeah.
What's so funny is theoretically the Thanksgiving meal is as American meal as American not meal but like American genre of food as it probably gets, and
that
then
makes
hamburgers
sense,
took
why
over
it's
more
so
like
bad.
in the 50s. Because you think of like the like the 1940s Perfect Home where they're like putting down your Norman Rockwells with like, here's like your turkey and like your little side dishes.
Yeah,
that is
that's
American
true.
cuisine.
Yeah.
Burgers
how do
came
you guys
much
feel
Hunk of
about-
meat with potatoes.
Yeah, we didn't talk about stuffing. I would say stuffing is like a B if it's a good stuffing.
Now that is the variable. Everyone has a different type of stuffing.
Yeah,
and like some
yeah.
stuffings
Yeah,
are
I've had
A
some-
tier, some
Some people put weird stuff in their stuffing.
I've had
like,
some F tier stuffings and I've had some A tier stuffings.
Yeah.
I also think that stuffing is not. It's like stuffing is just fine. You need the gravy.
Yeah.
You need an S tier gravy for everything to be good for Thanksgiving dinner.
I was preaching the importance of gravy before, and Mari hit the nail on the head. The gravy is really what pulls everything together. It can even be its own. I was talking about it in relation to the turkey, but yeah, I think if you have an S tier gravy, you're gonna have a good Thanksgiving.
Basically, you have to have the gravy to cover up all of the tastes of all the mid rank stuff that you eat.
We have two further things to tier list. One, and this is always like an interesting one. What do you drink with Thanksgiving dinner?
Yeah, you can't do water.
Usually water. No, I drink water.
Water, yeah.
A lot of people. So like at my family, it's usually wine, and then there's also like, you know, if you want, like people just have like soda and stuff.
I think when I was growing up, I would do apple cider.
Yeah,
Martinelli's apple
Martinelli's?
cider. Yeah,
I could do an apple cider. That's good.
That's a good answer.
But
you need like a little sweet with that very savory meal.
The more important one though is the Thanksgiving desserts.
Here we go. S tier pies, baby.
chocolate pecan.
Yes.
Chocolate pecan.
Okay.
That's an interesting combination.
I'm not a big pie person in general, so I'm like the wrong audience for Thanksgiving dinner.
That's
but
what my
I do like a good
family
pumpkin
does.
pie.
My family
Pumpkin
would
pie,
get together.
Yeah, good pumpkin pie. Oof.
We sometimes, like, when my family would get together the day before and now 2 days before Thanksgiving, it was less about making Thanksgiving food. It was all about the pies. They would make way too many pies. One of my favorites, just the chocolate pie, which is essentially just chocolate pudding and a pie crust. Fantastic. Your homemade pumpkin pies, your banana cream. Delicious.
That's so good.
But we also had these things called them things. It was an old tradition. They're just called them things because they aren't a real thing, where like a great grandfather with the excess dough would like roll it up, put some cinnamon on it, some other glazes, and just like bake the extra dough, and then you just had like this baked dough treat called them things.
I like that. That's a
Them
good.
things.
That's a good Ovenshire tradition. Can I?
Because you cooked it in the oven.
So we had a thing and I don't remember what they called it either, but my grandma used to make it was a pie, and the bottom layer was banana, like a banana pudding, and then over that she would put chocolate pudding, and then the top layer was like whipped cream, and all in a pie crust, and then
Icebox cake.
Yeah, and then she would give you that, and it was S tier. It was amazing, so good. You have a glass of milk with it. Oh man.
We almost did that as our wedding cake. So my family would make it slightly different. It would be, you have to have chocolate fudge at the bottom, but it wasn't a pie crust. It was graham cracker crust. And then vanilla pudding on top. Now, the banana version is the alt version, where you do the banana pudding with vanilla pudding, and then instead of graham crackers, you're using vanilla wafers as your lining.
Okay.
I like the graham crackers idea better than the vanilla wafers.
Graham cracker crust.
But I wonder if that's pudding
beat a good
pies. I wonder if
graham
that's like an
cracker crust.
Italian thing.
All right. Well, that's comment
fucking hungry.
if you're on YouTube, you're the Thanksgiving tier list, and if you're on Spotify, you can shout your thoughts out into the void. Go to Rent Free and post your thoughts. And if you're watching on Patreon, then leave a comment on or message or whatever on Patreon. Thank you so much for watching this on YouTube. If you're watching here, this is just a clip. You can watch the whole thing on Patreon, or you can listen to the full version of the podcast on Spotify. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks to all these patrons right over here. You can see their names. You could join that list if you want.